Hi my dear people, it's Laura and I hope that this little witchy intro intrigued you and that you are very excited for this plan with me, as am I. It's already October and time flew so quickly, but it's also a really nice time because I am filming plan with me videos and these are actually one of my favorites to film. As I'm speaking, I'm already showing you what I am doing for a cover page. So first we're going to talk about that, and then with some spare time we're gonna talk about me filming this witchy aesthetic and stuff like that. So what I'm doing here are basically some very classic elements for October, and those would be pumpkins and also some type of celestial stuff, and I kind of decided that that would be my theme. This time I didn't do much of the painting and instead I decided to use my Tombow brush pen, and that's why I used them for coloring the pumpkin. I also have this new shade of Tombow brush pen that I bought a while ago, and I kind of didn't like it because it was too vibrant of an orange for me. But for this theme where the vibrant orange is basically the point, I think that this one is perfect for now, and you will see later I went really crazy with that shade. And the reason that I chose this type of celestial motifs to be included is because I was looking a lot on Pinterest again for the theme for some type of October, fall, and Halloween aesthetic, and what I found the most was this kind of celestial motif. And then I was digging into those type of illustrations that have a lot to do with the moon and stars and astronomy. So yeah, that was a very nice aesthetic for me and I really wanted to try it out in this topic, and I think that I did a good job. I kind of wasn't exactly satisfied with my cover page, but then later and as the days went on, it grew on me, but I think that you're going to be very pleased with monthly calendar because I know I am, and somehow these monthly calendars are just so great every time I do them. Maybe even better than the cover page, but for that I would need your opinion. So you can see that here I still decided to use some type of gouache painting for the leaves, and when it comes to the leaves that are below the pumpkins, I actually repainted them because I didn't like the green and then they were all over the place, and at the end they turned out to be kind of orangey too, and I added some gold detail, but I didn't film that. And also the pen that I used a lot here is my most favorite golden pen out of all of them. It's Uniball golden pen, and I gotta tell you, when you look at it in real life it looks really gorgeous and it's very shiny, and you will see later in the video I even filmed especially how it looks, and it's really a gorgeous gold color. And now that we're still coloring the leaves, I would like to tell you more about my witchy photo shoot. And as you can see, I even painted my nails black and I added some type of star golden detail to nails. And I also have a special shirt that is also some type of witch aesthetic. As you can see, it's lacy and it's black, and I just wore this for this special occasion. When it comes to the photo shoot, there is this amazing forest near my village, and I went there with my boyfriend, who was very kind to film me and to bear with all my insanity. So I put on my black heels, I also did my nails black, and I was wearing this precise shirt and with a black long skirt, and I think that a skirt and t-shirt kind of mixed together, and then it looked as if I was having a dress, but I wasn't. And then there was a lot of a lot of dark, a lot of slow motion shoots that basically represented me as a witch. I even used some type of stick, wooden stick, as my wand, and that was really cool. And it was just so amazing to be a witch for one day, and I gotta say, it felt really magical. And then when you get to edit all of your photos and videos, and then when they just really start to look magical, that is a very special feeling. And I'm so glad that I did this photo shoot. I think that I will also make some type of little video just for those shots and just for the aesthetic, but I don't know, let me know whether you would like to see that on this channel. On the other side, we have a little small calendar, and this is just a little overview of the October. And then on the other side, we're gonna be having a bigger calendar, and I decided to go for another kind of motif that reminds me of Halloween and then of October, and that is a black cat. Cats are generally my type of animals. I really love them. And also, I am a proud owner of 3 cats, and they're all black. So this is really cool. And I think that black cats are really amazing. They're beautiful, they're mystical, and they go really well with this theme. I made this to be some kind of Dutch door, and then to be kind of vintagey, I also cut the edges in this like banner kind of style. We also added the constellation, which is really cool to make, and I would suggest you to try it. I wasn't actually looking up for, some type of constellation that would be like a zodiac sign or something. I was just doing it as I pleased, and it turned out to be pretty cute. And I think that if you just want to relax and doodle, but you don't know what you would be doodling, I think that this type of constellation is a pretty relaxing thing to do. And then behind the cat, I decided to create this beautiful full moon, and I decided to paint it all and whole with the gold pen. And now we're moving to my monthly calendar page, and as I told you, it is a very cool and very special page because I found again on Pinterest that a very cool motif to do is a spider's web. First, I created some pumpkin as well because they would look really cool with the Dutch door that is on the previous page, and I also used my little Tombow brush pen so that I would color them. Creating this kind of spider web is also a very relaxing activity, and I slowed down the video so that you would see how to do it. Once you see how it's done and once you get into it, it's actually pretty easy. What you basically do first is you create all of those lines on top of each other, and then you just connect them, but your lines mustn't be straight, you must kind of curve them a little bit. So this is basically a very simple technique. First you create those zigzag lines, and then you basically just connect them all, but in a curvy way. I don't know whether this is clear to you from how I explained it, but from what you can see in the video, I think that it's pretty easy and pretty clear, and sometimes it can be struggling because you have to connect it right, of course, but then again, when you really understand the technique, I think it's pretty easy, and as I said, a really fun and relaxing activity for you. And I also made up my little font. I mean, it's not exactly made up, but I was basically just doing all of those letters, and then I kind of wiggled them a bit so that they would have this type of ghost effect. And now we are creating our first kind of weekly spread, And for this one, I created the first 2 days of the month on the left page because there are only two, and then on the other page I created the 4 days that come next. And even though it's not like a one whole page for one weekly, I decided this would be a bit more economical. I also decided to color this whole part with that color that I said that I didn't use much, and now I'm using it a lot for this theme. And then on top of this, I would draw something very cool. I added a cute lace detail on top of it. I am very sad that I didn't have a black lace, but what can you do? And I think this is also making it especially a lot vintage, even though the whole setup is not that much vintagey, but I think that some details that I'm putting into are giving it some type of vintage effect. And here we're just making those boxes for the days of the month, and that is basically it. We're gonna put a washi tape and then we're gonna draw what will be on top of the orange thingy. So for washi tape as a decor, I'm using this one from AliExpress again, and this one is especially cool because it really has those Halloween type of elements, and it's really amazing for this theme. And it also got me inspired so that I would make my illustration on the left side. I added a little bit of brown moment here so that it wouldn't be so dull. And now what inspired me here, as you can see, is this beautiful cauldron. And so I recreated this on this type of page, and I added him some type of celestial illustrations too, because this is a part of my theme and I really love the golden detail here. Here you can see that I didn't go for some type of realistic vibe, but instead I just did a simple illustration, but then I made it better with that type of starry and golden detailing. Here I am adding some details with my white pen so that I would make it pop. And now the golden moment that we've all been waiting for, and I think it adds a beautiful detail here, and it just adds that little spark that I think this page needed. I am adding some more stars now, and I also created the text for this spread behind this video, and then I didn't film it. But this is basically it from this video, and here is the final flip through. I hope that you like this page. You can also check out how I made other weekly pages on my Instagram, and I will link it down below. And be prepared for the 1st of October because something really special is coming for 31 days of October. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye!